Good morning and welcome again to another Making the Mondays Matter. I do hope that we had a great week last week. Our weekend was refreshing and we are ready for this new week. This morning I want to deal with the subject of change and our preparation and our preparedness for the changes that lie ahead with schools reopening here in Barbados and elsewhere, with businesses reopening their doors and some level of normalcy returning with the relaxation of the protocols for COVID and things surrounding it. I know that there are many persons who are hoping that things go back to the way they were, but we know that this is not likely to happen. There will be some differences, there will be some change. And so, how prepared are we for the changes that lie ahead? Indeed, the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus, who was the proponent for the constancy of change, is noted for saying that no man steps into the same river twice, for both the waters have changed and he has changed. And there's so much truth to that. As time goes by, we ourselves change. We age, we gain more knowledge, our positions may even change as it relates to various subjects and topics. Uh, but for the most part, time changes. And so things around us change. And so most times change is gradual and we don't even recognize it. But when things such as COVID-19 occurs or 9/11 or even the last economic shock in 2008, change is forced upon us in a rapid way and not everybody deals with it well. And so this morning, I want for us to be in the frame of mind to explore and to be prepared as we can for the changes that lie ahead. Right now, within the US and I dare say across the world, there's the upheaval surrounding the death of George Floyd and all the repercussions and the changes that many are hoping for and the changes that have already occurred, whether personally or in the lives of those who are immediately impacted by the events, or at the community level, and even at international and national level as it relates to the US. And so, are you ready for change? And how ready are you? Because change is coming, change happens, and those who seek to resist it are the ones who are the worst for it. Because, as I said earlier, using the same quote from Heraclitus, Heraclitus, is you can't step into the same water twice, as much as you may want to. You can't start the same day twice. You are never the same age twice. Things will change, and there are things that you cannot do. It's something that you can't do anything about. And so, as we are then looking forward to the post COVID world, recognizing that things like social distancing, uh, sanitary practices. I'm not saying that any one of us was not sanitizing as we should, but it's something now that is more prevalent, more conscious, that you need to take note of. Whereas before, we look at across Europe with football as restarting in the big leagues, empty stadiums. This is something that is unheard of. And so all of these things are going to be impacting us. And we need to be ready for change. But it's not simply only with these big issues. Even for those of us who are in business or in leadership, recognizes that to advance, many times there is a change that is required. And so even at this micro level, we also have to have that mind for change. We have to have that mind to look at things differently. We have to have the mind to accept the things that we are incapable of impacting, and to roll with it, as the saying goes, to roll with the punches. To resist would be detrimental to all around. And so I speak to you as leaders, as us as leaders, as we enter into this new era. Let us be prepared to help those who are having difficulties with the new normals to be able to move forward by helping them come to the place that they need to be at in order to move forward. Looking back and holding on to things of the past and hoping that tomorrow returns isn't going to help. So let us look forward. Let us help those who are having difficulty looking forward to recognize that there can be better days ahead. But we have to want the days ahead to be better. And in order for those days to be better, we need to be willing to make the changes that will allow those days to be better. So yes, change is coming. Change is always with us. Let us be as prepared as we can be, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even dare say spiritually, for these changes that lie ahead. I know the topic was a little bit heavy this morning, but it is something that was weighing up on my mind, and I want us to look at it and to not just look at it, to act upon it and deal with these changes and have greater success as we move forward in spite of these changes. So have a wonderful week and continue to do what needs to be done. Make those changes and see you again next Monday. This is David Ince for Living Successfully, wishing you a great week.